Hi ho. Well, and this is another one of these annoying, burnt out philosophy student turned skateboarder. I had a lot of bad, messed up things that happened to me in life with skateboarding, just like that animal chin guy. Animal chin. Um, the thinker, Andy Anderson. For the simple and beautiful, thoughtless and innocent joy of it all, skateboarding to me, if you ask me, because nobody will ever ask me, I'll never be that good, is like that kid in the Sixth Sense when he's in the trolley with his mum. He's like wee for a little while, and then then it stops. Your knees give out, break down, and then it's all over. Back to reality. Right, so let's just me breaking everybody's balls as usual. Like I started studying skateboarding, which is good to start skating at like in your mid-30s, because you like Andy Anderson, who didn't start skating in his mid-30s, but you can like be really clever with tautology and studying properly, so you don't learn loads of bad habits, which you do when you're a kid and stuff. Although like my little nephew's like 5, and you want to see him pushing boats. I'm not even telling him. Like I told him, like, oh, education's a bad thing. Oh, you find your dominant side, but he's just great on boats. It's like, don't tell him. Don't like never teach the kids. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is on front side and back sides. Front side. So if this is a skater, this skater here in my hand, he's regular. So his left foot forward and his knees are bending like this. Okay, so I'm using a regular skater. DeVille thinks people like watching something unusual. DeVille Nunes from Power Prada says he had a theory that most people like watching opposites. I absolutely can't stand the fact that Andy Anderson is goofy, because studying him is hard enough most of the time. Watching him in goofy, and when I do see him skate switch, it's like, oh, it's like such a relief in my mind. It's like, oh, look, he is like me in a way. Superman is. He is a bit of a superhero, isn't he? Anyway, where's it going? Front sides and back sides. So when you're on flat ground, okay, and I do these loads, this is all I really do. This is my skater again, he's normal. If I pivot like this, it's a front side pivot. I'm turning towards my front side. There's a weird thing about the internet. If you try to get your education on the internet, it's terrible, and particularly for guitar as well. Never look at a chord chart. You know those chord charts online? Useless, absolutely useless. There's something similar to what you might use when you become a guitarist, but I swear most people don't want to teach people. I had this really big theory that most people want to put out loads of dissuasive crap to prevent people from becoming as good as they are at their art, and they put up really bad stuff. So anyway, and I started studying skateboarding, it was like loads of stuff that's saying like this carve was like a front side carve, and this was like and it's like it's all backwards, and half the time it is backwards. And it's like, so anyway, I figured out what the problem was, where this whole front side and back sidey thing kind of comes from. I'd say if you're a vert skater, you say it backwards. Tony Hawk's probably has a different lingo to most street skaters. So, like I said, that's a frontside revert, or pivot. The backside nose pivot is impossible. Scary. But Andy Anderson got his ass whooped. Well, he didn't get his whooped. It actually was a pretty close game. It's a very nice game. It's a friendly game. Mano a mano versus Chris Gregson for doing. Chris Gregson is insane. Actually, by the way, this is very Chris Gregson looking material here. I thought it's that blood, because I always study people that beat Andy Anderson. Sorry, Pudwill, didn't study you. Josh Borden, didn't study him. Studied Jake Yanko loads. No, not Jake Yanko. Jake fucking Wooten. Did study Jake Yanko though, because he's well worth studying. Oh yeah. Fucking classy, styly, too easy. Yanko, yeah. I thought he would have been like Soti. I thought he did good for Soti. No offense, Jamie. Pardon me. Hold on. What am I saying? So they called it frontside flips, and I was like, that's the backside flip. And I was wondering, wait, no. To be honest though, if they did revert or flip this way, just like on flat ground, is a frontside. Like I said just there, frontside. If you go up here, I suppose it is a frontside thing, and back down, flip or whatever in between. But in my head, if I was going up on this and turning this way, I'm turning towards my back. Like I would think that's a backside. air. And yeah, what I figured out, where the confusion is entirely, well, not entirely coming from, but mostly coming from, even DeVille said, if you're turning towards your front, it's front side, and if you're turning towards your back, like a backside revert like that, it's backside. Again, the nollie nose backside is really scary and hard. The other three are really cool. I love the other three. But, you know, I think that's why backside flips. But when you backside flip, you're backside flipping off the back. But it's still scary. I can't, and I'm trying so hard to do the nose backside revert. And I just can't. I'm such a chicken. It's so scary. And I'm trying to even do it on curvy bits, and one side is curvy, but the nollie backside revert is fucking terrifying. I want to get that down. I'm going to do some Andy Anderson things and get like a stripper pole or something and just spin around it all day, and just keep spinning around until I drill it into my head. It's not scary. But anyway, get to the point. When you go up and stop here, you change direction. So when you're halfway through on vert or transfer, you actually change from front side to back side. And that's where the confusion comes from. Because there's a point here, just at the very point when you stop and turn back down, that backside and front side have technically changed because you've changed direction. So it is front sidey, but again, I was thinking that I'd be turning towards my back. Easily thinking that flipping this way or turning this way is turning towards my back. Andy Anderson's a big, as I say, I would call him backside. He loves backside turning. When you're looking up at the sky, whee, and you're not looking at what's down below. That sounds scarier to me, but for some reason Andy Anderson has no problem. He's comfy looking at the sky, backside, woo. And Andy Anderson finds this terrifying going frontside. He was trying to learn to set a frontside air. Well, it was like a frontside nothing kind of thing, but he's like, oh my god, that is terrifying. And where Bucky Lasik and all were like be like me a bit. Maybe there's something to do with normal. Absolutely, it's easy. That's the safest one. That's what you do in Tony Hawk's when you don't do anything. You just go up and you turn frontside bowling. So I always thought like frontside bowling would be the big thing, upside, frontside, but it's probably called backside. Anyway, Andy Anderson is just, different all over. So like, what things are difficult that skateboarding actually has that throughout. Like I started studying it. It's always a little bit of difficult mixed with a bit of hard. It's yin and yang. So fakie is hard, but fakie stuff is so easy. Like a fakie pop boom is so like. Or even dropping in fakie. I think dropping in switch would be way easier because you're dropping in on your... I can't drop in. I don't skate in the park really, yeah. But dropping in on your heavy foot would be way easier than dropping in on your not heavy foot, because when you're dropping on the not heavy foot, sorry, I can't do my hammer backwards. All your weight's still on the heavy back leg, and then you go like, manual down. I'd imagine. So yeah, the whole thing is that backside and front side have been confused because you technically change direction in the air, or at the point of turning back. So it's hard to say, well, if it is half and half, it's front side for this point kind of thing, and then it's back side for that point. But yeah, no. In my own opinion, I think the front side flips that Gregson did and nailed and grabs, the front side flips and grabs like that. And back down our back side, he was turning towards his back. Yeah, Gregson. It's Gregson, man. It's lethal. He also has a trick. Is it like that? He has a very wide wheelbase. I'll take it. This is India, actually. How am I showing this off? He's got a very wide board wheelbase, so he's got roller. It's one of the tricks, I think, for being as insane as Chris Gregson is. Unless he's like doing loads of weird magic or something. That's what I've been. Gregson. Lethal and terrifying. He's just... And on the dirt and all the cool stuff. I love when people do new stuff. And it's very new. So yeah, that's where the confusion comes from anyway. I'm pretty sure if I was normal skater, and this is me normal, turning this way is back and turning that way is forward. Because at the moment, it's very much general in England that turning backwards is a front side flip or a front side turn. Where it is. And I said, oh, that's why, because it's a front side on flat. And you don't change direction on flat. So it's fun to change the direction. Yeah. Annoying, because semi-condescending skater stuff. From a newbie, like that's the worst thing about it, is like telling people about setting up wheels. And, well, there's nothing's right and nothing's wrong. Like, I said, I tried different things, the things that other people do. It's like, actually, that's kind of fun. Is that a little while ago? yeah, so nothing's right and nothing's wrong. It's always fun, and it's fun trying to do new things. I used to be very like, oh no, this is the way you have to do the things, and this is the way you have to do things. But nothing is right and nothing's wrong, except frontside flips or backside flips and backside stuff for frontside on the transition. Oh yeah, and while I have all the skateboarding world's ears, Los Angeles is going to be amazing. I want all the skateboarders to go around Los Angeles and tell them to be really nice. It's going to be off the fucking wall, like LA. Yeah, and to be a pedantic again, as I am pedantic, nerdy skater, I want a nice street closed off for the street section. Like, that's not street skating. Yoto, I also kind of want to get rid of that best trick thing. That's very SNL or something, whatever it was, the best trick part. It's kind of made the competition his own forte. Japan. No, I'm not. What is it? No, never say anything in Japan. No, you ever see like war videos in Japan, man? I fucking wouldn't go there. They say, oh yeah, once a big street closed off, like a big long bowl, maybe, and then back into a bowl street, and have it for street skating on the streets. Because when you're doing ocean street swimming, you're in the ocean. You're doing rivers. You're doing the rivers. You're in the pool. You're in the pool. You're in the park. You're in the park. So 3 events for Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is like, yeah. So actual street closed off with a big bowl. Park and transition, the park and transition event, Yoto, or what's currently street, and then a bowl and vert. So you could have like a vert in the middle and then bowls around it or something like that kind of thing. Bowl and vert. Bowl, vert, park transition, the park skaters. And some nice street closed off. Maybe 1 or 2 streets. You could do a few streets. I mean, it's Los Angeles, the best streets to be skating in the world. They practically do have fucking quarter pipes all over the place. Frontside. I like the way St. Clair gave Andy leeway there, but then Andy was so soft on Gregson when St. Clair gave him the leeway. I hated Gregson at first, and then it's like, oh no, they're really good friends now with Andy Anderson. He's filmed half the fucking wisdom part, or a lot of it, not say half of it. See him all the time in his beanie. So yeah, you're okay, Gregson, And Wooten is undisputably fucking amazing. Who else bet Andy Anderson? I got a list, you know what I mean? Room a list. When I saw him fall over, with Jake Wooten, I think Jake did a big stalefish. It was the first time I ever saw Andy Anderson fall over. I was watching his videos for a while, because whenever Andy Anderson falls over, he kind of turns it into a move. And it's the first time I ever saw him fall over. I was like, what the fuck? I just was choked up. What happened? And it's Jake Wooten, though, in fairness to him. Wu-Tan. He's got a name that sounds like Wu-Tan Clan. It's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, no, Jake is insanely. Wait, what am I doing? Waffling. I have no friends, so I just talk to YouTube. I've started talking like Lizzie Armanto ever since I did the Lizzie Armanto impression all the time. I have no friends. Oh my god, Chris, your wheels are so small. Okay, yeah, alright, back to that. Like just when the kid stops in the trolley. No, back to reality. Like, Jake Yanko, yo.